Alright, congratulations. You've watched all the videos. Now it's time to contact me and schedule an hour or so at the range. First thing I want to let you know is if you have an issue getting ammo, or you need a gun, or you need to have me bring a gun, not a problem. Just verify that I have the ammo and I am going to bring the gun. I will have ear and eye protection for you as well. Now, if you're bringing your own gun, it doesn't matter if it's a revolver or a semi-automatic. However, if it's a semi-automatic, I'm going to need you to bring 2 magazines. So we're going to run through what I'm looking for at the qualification. First off, we're going to go over the test and answer any questions you had regarding the videos. Once that's complete, we're going to talk about misfire and squib load. You're going to essentially tell me what they are and what you do in the event of. And we're talking about range scenarios because we all know a misfire and a squib load. If we're in a life and death situation where we're actually using our guns, we're going to just cycle through and get to that next round. So once we start shooting, what we're going to look for in the revolver and the semi-automatic is the same. First, we're going to load 5 rounds in the cylinder of the revolver, or 5 rounds in a single magazine in our semi-automatic. Now, keep in mind I am using snap caps. This is how I practice. This is how I suggest you practice. So, get my gun, check if it's unloaded visually, test with my finger, everything's unloaded. I'm going to insert my magazine, put a round into battery. I'm going to come up to the target at the high ready. I'm going to shoot. I'm going to come to the high ready. I'm going to shoot. I'm going to come to the high ready. I'm going to shoot, and so on. The first 5 rounds, regardless if it's a revolver or a semi-automatic, I want to see that high ready, and I don't want to see it covering the trigger guard. I want to see it riding high. Down, fire, ride high. Down, fire, ride high. Now, the second, then we're going to drop the gun. Open the barrel, or excuse me, open the cylinder for the revolver, or you'll have an empty semi-automatic. So we're going to have an empty gun. Now, the revolver, we're obviously going to, we can't load a second magazine. But in the case of a semi-automatic, we're going to load 5 rounds in the first magazine, and then we're going to load 5 rounds in the second magazine. Now, once we have those 10 rounds loaded, what I want to see from you is I want to see muzzle down range, always down range, right? I want to see you load the gun, put a round in the battery, racking the gun the correct way over the top, and I just want to see you fire off 5, going to the natural trigger reset. Once that is unloaded, I want you to drop the magazine, grab the fresh magazine, and rack the round in the battery, firing the next 5 rounds. Now, the target is, in this first 15 rounds, has been at the closest distance, 15 feet. Now, we're going to move the target back another 10 feet, combined distance of 25 total feet. Now we're once again going to load the first magazine with 5 rounds and the second magazine with 5 rounds. Muzzle pointed downrange always. We are going to slap and rack, and we're going to shoot 5 rounds. Safely eject the magazine, input the fresh magazine, rack the slide, go through the next 5 rounds. So, total combined 25 shots at a distance of 25 feet. 8 out of 10 rounds, or 80% of your rounds, have to hit center mass. Now, center mass is essentially, shoulders to belly button to throat. So it's probably twice the size of a paper plate. So we're looking for 18 rounds hitting center mass, right? Now for the final test, what we're going to do is we're going to set up what's called a stovepipe. Stovepipe essentially looks something like this. You're going to effectively clear a stovepipe. Now, we went over how to clear a stovepipe and how to clear a double feed and how to clear a misfire in a life and death situation. Once again, I don't care what's going on. All I'm looking for is slap and rack. And that is going to clear that stovepipe. That might or might not clear a double feed. But we're not looking for, we can't set up very easily a double feed. And I'm not going to set up a double feed. All I want you to do is clear a stovepipe. Slap, rack, clears the stovepipe. So, I look forward to seeing you at the range. Any questions, comments, concerns, please contact me. And thanks again for your time, and I look forward to seeing you at the range.